Okay, let's win. I did.
You find yourselves you've been well rested, and you are in the tavern and being served breakfast. We have eggs, we have potatoes, and it's basically egg, potatoes, and like a kind of ham, but you've never had it before. And you hear there's some chattering. It's pretty quiet here in the inn, but there is a whole town to explore.
Immediately after waking up, before I'm eating anything, I'm going to be looking for Willow.
Okay, and what do you do?
I remember that I think he ended up sleeping outside rather than in the room, and so I'm going to go check the spot where he was right outside the tavern and see if he's there.
And you don't see him anywhere.
Barnaby doesn't eat.
Barnaby doesn't eat.
There's no need to.
Okay, Barnaby.
He doesn't need to consume food.
I eat for Barnaby.
The growth tries to hand food.
Seb, like, shoves you away, and then...
The growth is persistent.
Hey, you're no match for...
And then...
You saw your...
I want to roll a investigation check.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm pulling
it's
up
not
his,
that the growth
thing
is
that
like...
he said.
Not shove it.
No, I can shove the growth, because that's the thing, is the growth won't, like... With my experience, you haven't, like... When I do something like that, or you don't fight that or anything, you just kind of, like,
sees it like when you go to pet a
happen.
cat, and it goes... And it goes, ah.
And I see you as when I go to, like... No.
No, there's
That's going to
this
be...
monster staring back at you.
That's going to be a 20 for investigation, not natural.
Okay.
I'm looking for any clues as to where he might be.
So outside this tavern, you see there is a horse stable nearby, and you also see. Let me look at my map. What else do you see? The market square that you can hear the chattering, and if you start walking around like the perimeter of the building because you're trying to do like a thorough search of where did Willow go, and you make it back to you don't see really any clues of where he could have gone outside, but you make it back to the inside, and the bartender, it's a she, where's my thing?
As I'm looking, I'm going to say, how the heck does such a big guy not leave any footprints?
The growth wants to approach a random citizen. It has to be a woman citizen, but the growth is not particular.
Okay, well then you're going to be walking up behind Jaxan, which the first woman you see who is not of your party is the lady who's about to talk to Jaxan. And she says, "Are you Jaxan?"
Yes.
Well, there was a note that was left for you by a very tall fellow. He had to go his own way, but he wanted to thank you. And she hands you this note. I don't have a note. But the note says... What did I write?
I don't like you anymore.
I don't like you anymore, and I'm leaving forever.
My own life.
It says, "Hello, Jaxan. I'm sure you're very worried about me, but I want you to know that I had a dream, and I need to go on my own path. And I wanted to say thank you to you for keeping an eye on me and giving me this new attempt at life. And I have this deeper calling that I need to go understand. I hope to see you again someday." And then it says signed W.
I'm going to say, when did you learn how to write? Also, oh man.
I mean, theoretically, you could have had somebody else write it.
Fair. No, but I'm going to. I don't think I'd actually say that. I think in the moment, I'd be more.
You can narrate what you're thinking as Jaxan.
More like I don't think he understands this situation fully that he's
Probably
in.
not.
He thinks that I gave him a chance at new life. I've been trying to get him to pass on as he's supposed to. He says in his head, not saying
The
anyone else.
growth.
I'm not going to say that out loud because, unlike him, I am aware that that's not information that you always want to tell everybody, especially people who. But yeah,
Are you
I'm
gonna
going
say
to.
anything?
After I finish reading it, I'm going to just.
Well, I hope the note finds you well, but I have to go tend back to my other customers, and she leaves you.
Oh.
And she just turns her back. She's just in the bar area.
She turns her back to you.
Is there another woman in the bar?
No, it's just you guys. It's just you and the bar lady.
Okay, so I have to leave the bar.
You would have to leave.
Okay, the growth keeps walking.
Okay, as you
Lost
walk.
interest in this into the town square.
The
And
growth
approaches
lady.
the first
As you walk, do you take a left or a right?
left.
Okay. I don't know.
Make a mistake.
One sec. I have.
Instant death. It's
That's where the bottomless pit is. Alright, make a new character.
The growth would not be upset about a bottomless pit.
You find yourself in like the town square area, and there's people selling like beef jerky and bread, and there's some tactiles and stuff like
The
that.
person selling beef jerky.
The person selling beef jerky. Let me see if it's a boy or girl. This is a woman. It's a very ugly woman, but it is one.
Growth is attracted to you.
This is like a very she's got like very square features, and her nose is even square. It's giving villager from Minecraft, but more feminine than villager from Minecraft.
Because she has a
Not
bow.
discriminatory.
And eyelashes and pink cheeks. Don't forget about
The
that.
Still both though.
The growth wants to go up and say and ask if she's interested in selling other kinds of meats.
Other kinds of meats? Well, other kinds of meats, I've never really considered it, but are you selling? Do you have something exotic? Because
The growth says if I could get my hands on, you could call it an exotic meat.
I see. So I have some suppliers from far out realms that I could ask if you're looking for something specific.
The growth hints at the idea of eating a fellow.
Being?
Yes.
So bipedal. You're looking for a two-leg, but not a bird.
A featherless bird as Aristotle.
I can just imagine the girl just being like breathing like.
Who was
The
it
girl
Aristotle
goes-
or was it Plato?
Would you buy
That called that
A
he was
piece
a
of
featherless
my
bird.
meat from my
Oh!
body to sell?
And then Diogenes
So-
plucked
Or do you
chicken
prefer
and
other
said, "I want
specimens?
your
I have several companions.
No, I'm actually. That's more of a. She leans in a little closer, but she can tell. You can kind of tell that she does not like how you smell. You don't smell super great, but she leans in closer and she says, "There is a society that lurks in the night that you may be more interested in engaging with." And she leans back and says, "Today I'm only selling and buying beef jerky."
The girl looks back at the bar and thinks of
Beef.
its companions,
It's like a yak, but it's they call it beef.
and then nods and then continues walking.
Okay.
I would.
Do
like,
all of you guys stay in the
Grace,
tavern? You would have finished your breakfast
The
by
girl-
now.
The
I
growth
stay
is
in
like,
the tavern.
I'm looking for some
Okay.
pig meat, particularly a
character-
long.
Is
Pig.
just wanting to kind of explore around the tavern.
Okay, so like the decor on the walls, or this tavern is very simple. Like it really is. Think of like Picket Coffee Shop. There's an upstairs area where you guys just slept, and then it's just an establishment.
Yeah, just like the decor, like just kind of wandering around.
Okay. Are you looking for anything in specific?
Barnaby's gonna leave the tavern.
Barnaby leaves the tavern.
Without your prisoner? You don't
At this
care.
point,
You're
Barnaby is
actually
really
no
just
longer. She's
dismissed
actually
at
no
this
longer a
point.
prisoner technically,
Because she got out.
because you guys have a new. You've been re-done.
Wait, what? Oh, they changed that?
No, so it's She's not. It's like parole. So a
Yeah,
parole
yeah.
officer doesn't have to follow somebody around all the time. They just
Okay.
keep tabs. That's how that goes.
Keeping tabs, yeah.
It smells like steamboat.
Seb is gonna.
If you let that one sit there too long, it starts to stink.
Yeah, it's been too long. I couldn't pick it up.
Seb. So, what are all the places outside of the tavern?
Well, you'd have to walk outside the tavern and talk to somebody, maybe.
I want to walk outside the tavern and talk to somebody.
Okay.
Seb's looking for a strip club.
No, I'm not. Seb has some respect, okay?
Okay, so you walk
He's not a
outside the
bird.
tavern, and to the left you see the marketplace, and you see the growth in the distance. And to your right, you see a bakery and a lady with a cart of bread, and she's kind of walking towards you.
Okay, I want to go talk to the lady with the bread.
Okay.
Hey,
You're talking to
Play-Doh's
Bradley.
fun.
She's talking to the bread
Just 'cause you don't like it
lady.
doesn't mean
I
you
do
need
like
to
Play-Doh, I
Play-Doh.
just don't like.
Let me
So
find
you
my
admit
bread
you eat
lady.
Play-Doh.
Butcher bread. The bread lady. That's what she looks like.
Wow.
She's a nice looking lady.
The growth takes note of Seb and starts walking.
No.
You're pretty far away, so it's gonna take you a minute unless
Yeah.
you're gonna run. But
No, the growth is not running. The growth just
It's
taken note of
stalking.
Seb and has started moving in Seb's direction.
okay. With that in mind,
Uh,
she says, "Oh, you must be new in town."
Yes.
You're new in town. Well, my name is Beatrice, and your name is.
Sebastian, though. You can call me Seb.
Well, Seb, it's nice meeting you. I have fresh baked bread this morning that I'm actually on my way to the market to sell. But I do have somebody you might like to meet. They're very good with our travelers. Are you traveling here alone?
No, I have a group of people.
have
but I
a
don't-
group.
Well, I have a group of things with me, and I don't
A
want.
group of things.
Yes,
How
but-
peculiar.
They aren't people. I don't know what they are.
Oh, you're a loner then?
I'm no.
Oh, you're not
Growth
on
is just approaching literally in the
the only
background.
other thing in our group that has blood is me. The rest are.
Growth has blood.
You're like.
It's something.
I imagine sludge,
Your
but
blood.
like,
Yeah, it's
like if you were to get cut, it's not gonna be like red blood. You're gonna have this like oozing sludge.
Yeah, it's
But
like,
that's just what I
yeah,
imagine.
It's like the
Jelly.
blood that you imagine like a 3-day-old corpse would have.
But it's still blood.
Okay.
I
would like to talk
clarify.
to the lady that you asked for.
The
Okay.
only living creature.
Well, walk with me because I do need to keep this bread out while it's hot. So as you're walking towards the market, this would be the point where Seb notices the growth also walking towards you, but it's in the It's not in distance. I don't know how far it is. We're gonna say like 100 yards. So you could yell, but you won't. And then she says, "I have a little sister and 2 daughters, and they all play together, and they're really good at showing people around the town. They're over by the bread stand. Do you have any siblings?"
No, just me.
That must have been a very lonely childhood.
It was. I didn't have parents either.
You know that?
No parents? Wow, we have an orphanage here in Wickermore. If you were, if you just wanted to do some charity work or anything like that, we're always open to volunteers.
You know that one episode of Malcolm in the Middle where they're trick-or-treating and they egg that old guy's house and then they're running from him, but he's just slowly using his cane to like get closer. And then Lois stops him and they're talking to her and they notice that he's actually getting really close. That's how same energy that I picture this.
So at this point, you will have been walking next to her and her fresh
you're
bread.
actually really fast.
Not when I choose to be.
And you would have gotten to the point where you guys are here, and she keeps walking because she doesn't know the growth. So she just keeps walking, and I assume you just continue walking with her and the growth. You've now approached them at this point.
The growth is just following like a shadow.
Are you being
So
stealthy?
do you just turn around and just follow them back to the market? Okay, that's
So the
fine.
growth matches
Are you trying to be
Seb's
stealthy?
footsteps like this and swings.
Okay, that's the next question. Is are you being quiet? No. Okay, one
No,
sec.
she knows I'm there, or at least.
Oh, she saw you. Well, I'm talking about my NPC who's now witnessing this interaction. And
I'm trying-
unfortunately, she rolled a 5, so she doesn't really see you.
I'm still looking at the note and kind of.
Are you still in
like,
the tavern? At this point, are you in the front area?
Know. The time
Where would
is
you like to
weird.
be?
I was going to continue my thing.
We're
I
gonna
was
popcorn around.
Yeah, we'll go back in time slightly.
That's
I
fine.
would have been contemplating understanding that in his situation it makes sense for a soul to be looking for purpose of some kind, and so I'm not holding it against him, but I'm also feeling incredibly responsible for the fact that I
Do you
wasn't-
have a deity that you pray to at all? Or is it not actually like that?
It's
I was gonna say, what would be do you have a religion that you follow of why you could, of something you could ask, I guess?
I didn't.
It's okay if you haven't developed it, or
Yeah,
it's
I
not an
think
idea that you've had.
most likely is the gosh. Let me look up the name.
Is there anything noticeable going on outside the tavern, like in the town square area?
Yeah, so
Like
actually, so
anything-
if at this point, if
Notice of?
I'm gonna imagine a very stoic Barnaby is kind of like maybe arms crossed, kind of just like watching before he decided which direction he was gonna go, and he would see Seb would have walked out behind him, and you just watched Seb with the baker lady. And then you also got to witness the interesting interaction of the growth. You watched this happen. And so now your arms are folded and you're kind of like, who are these people that I'm with? Jeez. Like, and then that would be the most peculiar thing that you
have
see.
the chance to do the funniest thing right now and just start following Seb's footsteps behind the growth.
The way that it's up to Barnaby, but he's not really that kind of guy, I don't think.
I think with I would have a certain reverence for.
You have the smell of you smell the smoke from a blacksmith, and you can tell there's one here in the town. And so now you're kind of curious of where that might be.
I go and find the blacksmith.
Okay.
You're like, I wasn't gonna.
We're gonna
I
pause.
wasn't gonna have a snack, but no. I think I would have a certain reverence for Yorgrim's. I think she's called the Maiden of the Mist.
That sounds familiar. I read up on him a little bit.
I don't think I would specifically.
You're not like a
worship.
devout follower
I'm more
or anything?
like, as far from what I understand, that's not really crucial to what what I do as a spirit guide. Well,
It's not crucial. I was just
and
curious.
it's more, and so it's even though he taught me under that perspective, I'm not. Jackson's always been more of a.
So
He's more. He's
you want to
more
message
personal.
me some of this, or are you going to do
No,
an action?
I'm just answering the question you asked me.
Okay.
Follow my account.
So I would say.
So the answer is technically no.
I
That's
would.
the answer is technically no. Is that what I'm catching?
Yeah, I would say he's definitely religious, but
Would you
more.
say spiritual but not religious then?
He's religious, but more in a and he acknowledges all of the pantheon. Like he doesn't worship a specific one.
Yeah, that's fine.
and
back, but it's not letting me.
he is.
Sounds like an Animal
in-
Crossing character.
Oh,
Thanks. I tried.
You'll have seen your party slowly leave the tavern, except for
Yeah.
Pitch. You'll have seen everybody leave except for Pitch. At this point, you're standing there with
Yeah.
your letter, and you look up and you see Pitch just kind of like, kind of meandering a little bit, just taking in the weird decor of the place.
I'm going to, given the conversation we've had earlier, and from what I've picked up, understanding that Pitch has the maturity of a minor.
I'm sorry, it's gonna smell like bacon.
you have to apologize.
Given my understanding that Pitch has the maturity of a minor, and the fact
Is that
that there's nothing immediately that I can think of to do, I will keep a lookout for any evidence as to where Willow has gone and be trying to be wanting to find out, and so I can, still fulfill that
in the
responsibility of mine. But basically,
What does that look like in action then?
well, so I'm saying that basically he is keeping
I understand the
that on the
attention.
back burner.
Oh, okay.
But he is going to get, but he's realizing that is not, that he's basically done what he can until he sees any more clues. So he sees Pitch and is basically, like, almost like parental instincts kick in of like, this is basically a kid who's been left alone in a bar.
It's more tavern. There's
Yeah.
a bar area. It's
Well,
like,
I know, but I
Yeah.
mean, like, kid who's been left alone somewhere, and I'm going to kind of.
are you like 16 or 17 theoretically, Pitch?
It's still
Theoretically,
a kid.
Pitch is like my age.
Yeah. Still.
So 16 or 17? You're
Yeah,
17 or
probably
17,
like
18?
18.
Okay.
Someone that radiates a sense of like.
Old enough to be arrested by Barnaby.
Probably.
So
Okay, so you're an
18 or
adult
19.
technically. You're like
Yeah.
a
no,
new adult.
I would say that it's. Well, I mean, I guess that's up to them, but they could very much have arrest, teens in their culture.
Yeah.
I'm
Because she's saying she
assuming
wants to be a teen.
my character is like 18 or 19.
Oh, your
Like
character's
Aladdin's
16 or 19.
age.
Okay. Well, then never scratch what I said. I thought you said earlier that you were like 16, so.
No, I said my character was a teenager.
Well, no one thinks 19 when you say teenager.
A lot of people think 19 years old.
Whatever. Then scratch what I said, but but still, given you used that as an excuse earlier, but I'm going to say, still, given the sense that Pitch doesn't seem to always think that much before they act, I'm still going to feel a sense of someone should be looking out for this person, and I'm going to not leave them alone so I'm kind of going to be with Pitch.
So you're just gonna stand there and stare at her? That's what I would
No, I'm
gotten.
gonna walk up and I'm gonna say, is there, are you gonna head out of here soon?
Pitch is going to.
You'll have, as you've been looking at these decorations, I'm gonna interrupt you real fast. As you've been looking at these decorations, you're actually seeing, there's like a scythe on the wall, and you are seeing oil paintings of what you would gather to be some different kinds of rituals. And that there is of like placards underneath these oil paintings that says water spirit, tree spirit, honey spirit, and there are some impressionist paintings of like a doll and a turnip and just like weird objects. And you gather that this town is very superstitious, and they perform rituals to appease the spirits around them, and that's a lot of their town culture.
Yeah.
And now Jackson interrupts you looking at these things and asks, are you going to leave? Or something like that.
Yeah, I said, are you planning on leaving soon?
Jackson is going.
You're gonna say what I'm gonna do?
Yeah. No. Pitch is going to not necessarily purposefully, but just kind of tune out what he said. Not like ignoring, not straight up ignoring, just kind of like not really paying attention.
Okay.
Pitch is focusing on.
I'm going to taking I guess on the I'm going to look at what the pitchers look at and see if I can get a sense for what one was going on last night.
Okay. So as you're scanning the walls of the tavern, you come across a oil painting, and roll me a.
History, nature, I guess.
It would be. It's not something that you would have already known.
Insight?
Insight's a good one. Go ahead and roll insight. That's intelligence based, right?
No, that's wisdom.
You can use wisdom for this.
I mean, I have higher ins than Wiz, I think. But
Liz.
Amber? That's not funny. No, wait, actually I have higher wisdom than ins. Never mind. I going to.
What was your number?
I got a 4 total.
Okay. Well, from a basis point of view, you see a livestock spirit, and you gather that the sacrifice of the goat was to appease the livestock spirit so that way they could have good health and have their livestock have lots of babies. It's kind of like think of it like a oil painted 3-thing comic where it has the the sacrifice, and then we have picture of a bunch of different livestock and a bunch of little babies and pictures of happy people. So from a basic gathering, you're like, I see.
This is
This is interesting.
Wonder who did the inking for this trip.
Okay, and so we'll bounce back to Barnaby. Barnaby smells smoke, and you smell it from the town square area. It's clearly like blacksmithy smoke because it smells kind of like
Black.
not quite gunpowdery, but like it has that really strong, sharp iron smell.
I'm gonna go find this blacksmith smelling smell.
But he's not even black.
Whitesmith then.
Seb and Growth, you would watch Barnaby kind of take a sniff in the air and then walk towards the market with purpose. And
It is difficult for the Growth because the Growth wants to follow Seb, but is also curious about Barnaby after a moment with the doll.
Seb suggests that you go and
Seb
follow.
doesn't know what the Growth is thinking. The
No,
Growth
no.
doesn't say, this is interesting for the Growth.
No. Okay, can
I can see the Growth doing that.
Okay,
You
no.
talking, girl.
I
You
don't
always
know
say
what-
what you say,
No.
but you don't actually talk.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're thinking. I was saying that you were looking at Barnaby, so I was gonna suggest that you go and follow Barnaby. No, I didn't know what you were thinking.
How would you
go
say
ahead
that?
and
Wait.
say that.
I would say you should go and see what he's up to.
The Growth has made their decision. They will continue following Seb.
Great. Wait, does the growth, whenever you say, like, the growth is, like, whenever you say what you say, like, oh, the growth tells them this, then is that actually what the growth says? The
Grace?
Yeah.
growth tells them to...
Not quite.
Why does Grace?
That'd be funny.
Why does the growth kind of remind me of Violet? I don't know what it is. It just does.
Violet has some of that chaotic energy, that's why.
Yeah, and the licking.
The growth reminds me of Tommy
Liquor, I don't know what
from
that
Life's
is.
Luxury. Allie,
What?
the growth reminds me of Tommy from Life of Luxury.
Okay.
You know Life of
So
Luxury?
across the town square, It's fairly easy to find the smithy. It's well labeled. It's got one of those signs that hang above the door. And you hear some pounding coming from inside. It looks like there is a strong-browed gentleman with a little bit of a chin beard going on, and he has olive-toned skin, and he seems to be making horseshoes right now.
Okay.
But you see some stands with some chainmail on it, and then you also see silver candlesticks, and you see a small case that has some jewelry in it.
Okay, so for this guy, is it like
I'll show you what he looks
chin
like.
beard or neck beard?
Chin. He's a
Way
handsome-ish
better.
looking fellow.
Okay.
Okay.
There is a boy that is wiping things down, like just with a rag and a bucket.
Yeah.
And you could probably tell that he's the apprentice, and then we have our smithy man who's making a horseshoe.
Can I roll insight on the blacksmith?
You sure can. Are you looking for any kind of attributes, particularly? Like
I'm just trying to...
trustworthiness?
Yeah, just trying to read him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll me insight then.
Alright.
They're like millennial.
17.
17. The door is propped open, so he doesn't necessarily notice you right away. But from the side profile, you can tell that this is a man who's worked all his life, and you can tell that he
Has a firm hand.
seems to be an honest guy who is kind of like a no-nonsense.
That's how I play the game every week.
And even though you're trying to get insight from him, you would also take in your surroundings, and you would find that there are, unlike the tavern, there's like no signs of rituals or religious stuff going on. He's just he's a man of his work essentially, and you could probably gather he's a workaholic. Probably feels a void in his soul. And that's what you get.
Okay.
And then, since you're now standing in the doorway, the apprentice kid, he's just a blonde-haired, goofy-looking 15-year-old, and he's like, "Good day, sir. Can I help you find anything?"
No, just looking.
Just looking. All right. Gene, he's just looking. And he goes to wiping down windowsills.
What? No!
Growth regrets the growth decision.
The growth is so far away.
Not too late for
Growth
you to
doesn't even know
go.
this is happening.
Okay. And Gene, after he
Everyone's
gets,
split up.
Breaking.
after the apprentice had hollered, Gene looks up from his thing and he says, "All right, well, let me know if you see anything of interest." Ting, ting, ting. That's what he's making.
He's making that sound.
He's making that horseshoe.
He's
So do you know how
making this sound?
I'm gonna ask the 15-year-old kid about, I guess, the town as a whole, because him being
Not the town as a whole. I don't know.
not town as a whole, but I guess tell me about the town.
I don't think the town is a whole. It's a town, not a whole.
No, he wants to ask
Well, you
me
guys
what it would
did
be like if
sure.
it was
You
a-
guys, you are the new people, right? You guys did sure do a mess up. I know my parents are mad because we have livestock. So like, you know, the goat, it was supposed to be given to like the beast spirit, and then you guys kind of ruined that, and now potentially all of our livestock could die, and it's all your fault. But I mean, we have a festival coming up. What do you want to know about the town? It's pretty boring here. I hope to leave. I hope to travel, maybe
New conveyor.
away from here.
You're Robin.
But I mean, like,
Just gotta make it
what
more-
brings you here? Because like, I know I have a apprentice job here, but You seem cool.
No, I don't.
If you go kill the dad with the orphanage, take him as a Robin and train him as one of your own.
You could be Batman.
No, evil Batman.
If I kill your father, will you travel with me?
Justice, mister.
I don't like my dad. He's mean. He doesn't let me have ice cream and after.
Is this the first time we're hearing of a festival?
No.
Okay, I'm curious. I'm gonna ask him what the festival's about.
I don't know. I know that they usually make really good pastries in the shape of moons.
That'd be nice.
Ice cream.
But I mean, usually there's some kind of like bonfire stuff.
Okay.
It's a 15-year-old answering you, so he kind of
Yeah, fair enough.
he doesn't know the origins of the history of the festival
He did
necessarily.
study in school. Actually, it depends on the kid. So it's a smart
This kid's an apprentice, and you could probably assume he's only completed elementary and maybe up to sixth grade.
I'm cutting off conversation with this idiot. I'm gonna talk to the blacksmith again.
Hey,
This
You
town
want
doesn't
to
necessarily
kid?
focus on education. It's
Yeah,
not
I
really
can
their
tell.
goal.
God, this 15-year-old's the worst.
but
Well, if you ever need like help on your adventure or whatever, and he like kind of glances over at Jean, but to kind of like see if Jean was listening. You can tell that Jean was listening because he's a whole adult and was definitely listening. But the 15-year-old thinks that he was being pretty slick with you by saying like, yeah. Anyway,
you can ask
You
the
turn
dad
to
and he'll tell the
Jean.
kid.
and Jean says, I see you meeting my apprentice. Ting! But, did you feel anything of interest?
Not exactly. No, just kind of looking around the town. Fairly new here, so.
Well, I see. We don't get that many newcomers here, but it's always nice when Philip and Adela come to town, and if you ever need anything with armor, weapons, that sort of thing, I'm your guy here. I'm better than any town around.
What do you know about bracers?
Bracers, I can make them. I can repair them. Are you looking for some to be made for you?
Not exactly.
I could also do upgrades.
Upgrades, people, upgrades.
Figuring.
I'll just keep that in mind.
What is Pitch doing? Is Pitch just staring at this painting for like that long?
No, Pitch is walking around looking at that stuff.
Yeah, I know. And at the very beginning, I mean, because she said the tavern's not that big. That's why I was.
Yeah, I know. He's just kind of bored. Or they're just kind of bored. Pitch is just kind of like walking around looking.
It's like
Are you
staying
sure
in
you
a, it's
don't
like
wanna-
staying in a hotel lobby is kind
Are
of
you-
what the concept is.
are
It's
you-
like everybody left the hotel to explore the town, and you're standing in the lobby looking at boring
Are
photos.
you
Is
sure
what
you,
he's referring to.
Are you sure you don't want to go meet up with the rest of the group?
My character is gonna roll their eyes and then walk out the door of the leave the tavern.
All right. Also, Jaxan would have noticeably chippered up when talking to Pitch as not to make a big fuss around the people that are basically trying to not upset anybody
Okay.
with his own emotions.
Back to the blacksmith real fast. I have a note.
We're on our way.
So Barnaby's a pretty clever guy, and he would remember, he's got this broken compass that hangs around his neck, and he had seen the...
Barnaby's a pretty smart guy. Barnaby's like,
Oh.
pretty much. He's just happy to a moment. He's like, yeah, there really wasn't anything I was looking for. Oh, yeah. And you would remember that you have the compass around your neck that has the name Stranger Fairy Works stamped into the back of the iron. That may or may not be here, but it's, you wouldn't necessarily see anything that says Stranger Fairy Works here. It may not be this blacksmithing, but that is your, like, you would remember, like, oh, this is this clue that I'm looking for.
I'm gonna
sort of a thing.
I'm gonna ask the blacksmith if he knows anything about this compass, and I'm gonna hand it over to him so he can look it over.
So he looks at it and he's like, well, it's a broken compass. I don't fix compasses because it's got the liquid in it.
You know what they say? A broken compass is right twice a wait.
Barnaby's fed up. These idiots.
Take out your mouth and like 15-year-old. Go smack his butt.
No. Smack his butt so much. Have the girl go over here.
But my fellow Tolliver, he would know about this. He would know about this at the trading post. I'll send you his way. He knows much more about this kind of thing than I do. And he hands you the compass. Tolliver.
Tolliver?
Tolliver's trading post.
Oliver, I can remember that.
Yeah.
Oliver. Okay.
Well, if there's anything else I can help you with, I do have to get back to making this horseshoe set.
No, get back to whatever you do.
Wow, how shady.
Yeah, because this guy is...
He's not super smart. This is his work. This is what he
Barnaby's
does.
just slowly getting more and more fed up. His fuse is just
You
getting
might
shorter.
want to go to find smart people.
Impossible.
You're going.
Before the growth gets too far
Barnaby's
from
gonna
the
have an alignment swap.
city square,
But
it
at some point. But
gets
not,
distracted.
He's already evil.
Is there
But
anyone
this
in the
time,
city
he's not
square
being
that looks
eliminated or good. He's just gonna become more chaotic.
like they would have a similar moral compass to the growth?
So yeah, actually, you do see somebody sitting among. So there's stacks of barrels and a bunch of rope, and you see this guy who's got a bum jug, and he's just kind of rocking back and forth a little bit. He's been drunk probably all night, but he's also.
Does he seem like he would have any power at all, or is he just like a drunk?
The growth would sense that there is a darker intention to him. He is looking around for something.
We'll just start there. The growth's gonna approach him.
Last time that I ran a one-shot, the old town drunk was the big bad.
Oh yeah.
The growth wants to approach him.
Okay, let me find him.
The growth has an objective. The growth does not.
Ed Gein did.
Well,
Ed Gein did. Get Ed Gein did, I guess.
this is what he looks
I
like.
haven't seen that on Netflix yet. I've been watching it. Dang. Some of the
His
jokes-
eyes
that's
don't. You
fair.
can't tell where his eyes are necessarily looking because they're a little bit like wonky.
The growth.
And as you come up, he sets his bum jug down, and he's like, "Can I help you find anything?"
The growth says.
You seem like a man of intention, even though it misgenders you technically, but
The growth wants to
Doesn't
lean
care.
in so that. Is there anyone even around us? We're like a little bit.
so imagine like the edge of the town square. This is like approaching alley and like side shop doors and that sort of thing.
Just the growth's gonna lean in so that it's not a loud conversation,
Yeah, of course.
and say, how bad did my companions who had no part in freeing the animal? How bad did they mess up last night freeing the goat?
The goat? Oh, the goat. Yeah, well, who's to say what the spirits say about it? I'm not a religious man. I have to look at my laptop.
The growth is gonna say, is it true it was a sacrifice?
Of course it was a sacrifice. We need the livestock to have lots of babies. We love
The growth
children.
wants to know what are the outlines for this sacrifice.
Well, in order for the sacrifice to be successful, the wolves of the forest have to come and eat the goat that is in the burlap
So
doll.
it has to be a goat.
It could be a sheep. It could be anything alive and of value.
Okay, the growth wants to know if the sacrifice has to be in any way willing.
The goat wasn't willing last night.
No.
The growth has a proposition.
Propositions. I enjoy propositions.
How
I
many?
enjoy deals.
What, I have 25 gold?
And then he kind of he grabs you by the shoulders and he kind of turns a little bit, so that way you are now facing a wall, so no one can read your lips.
The growth offers him 5 gold to help the growth
That's
kidnap,
a lot of money.
kidnap a random person from the town. The growth does not care who, and help the growth sacrifice this person.
Okay.
It's like a 15-year-old kid from Black.
The growth should smack his ass when we had the chance.
Would that be a persuasion?
Are you in town for the foreseeable days? And
I mean, 5 gold. That's
The
might
growth
just
doesn't
be.
see the growth
I think
leaving
I think
anytime
that's enough
soon.
for
Okay.
anybody.
But the growth's
So
whereabouts
500
are up
I
in
said
the
2
air.
gold.
I might have something. Meet me. Are you? Which inn are you staying at? You would say the trading post, or not the trading post. You would say just the tavern. Anyway, you guys exchange details, and
the-
you decide that you are going to meet tomorrow night at behind the stable, and you guys will go over your plans, and he will have someone picked out for you. And that's kind of all that he alludes, and he says, I may have a couple other people with me.
They actually managed
To like help, like some friends, sort of a thing.
They
The
actually
growth
managed
asks if they're
to.
trustworthy.
And then he does a secret handshake. He does a secret like hand symbol thing. You have no idea what that is,
Gang
but you
signs.
he throws up some like gang sign. And he's like, they're very trustworthy.
It's his gang. The tavern.
It's a
actually,
cult,
The tavern actually managed to be the only one in all Druskenvald that managed to get a trademark on just the name The Tavern, and it's the only one that's called that.
How close is this corner to where Barnaby is leaving from the blacksmith?
Oh God.
Okay, I will. We're gonna.
Wouldn't it be funny if you guys ended up kidnapping Barnaby and sacrificing him?
Barnaby, the baker. Right? The baker.
Oh.
I'm not a baker.
Baker.
You're with the
Baker.
baker.
Oh, yes.
And then this is like an alleyway. Alley. He's at the
Alley.
corner. And for like logic's sake, the place you were. This is gonna be Jaxan and Pitch. And they're over here. They're not in the town square.
I am
We're
turning
heading-
away from the blacksmith.
We're heading that way.
Okay.
You're headed that way, but
The growth, when you leave the blacksmith, the growth is going to try and catch up with you.
Okay.
okay.
I leave the blacksmith.
You leave the blacksmith and you just start meandering around kind of the marketplace. You see.
I'm looking for Tall Oliver.
You're looking for Tolliver. Let me see.
I'm looking for this guy.
The trading post.
I think.
Oliver Merchant. You find that the sign is like in a, instead of like it hanging, it's a think Western style but bougie Western font that says Tolliver's Trading Post in dark red and dark purple and gold lettering, and in the windows there's actually like crushed velvet curtains. Like it's schmancy. I think of it. It's like a
New York Times title font type thing, or is it
Yeah.
more?
So that's what you find that says Tolliver's Trading Post, and you would clock the growth has now looked at you and started walking next to you.
Yeah.
Yes. It doesn't really matter if you interact.
No.
You just keep going.
I want to go in.
Okay. As you go in, he hears ding 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 from the front door. And at the counter, you see a tall, slender man who wears a gray suit. He's clean-shaven, black hair. He's upper middle age, and he wears a hand of silver rings, and he is poring over some very well done maps, and he's just kind of like sorting through them when you come in. And he says, "Oh, welcome, welcome. Let me know if you see anything of interest."
I'm gonna can I do a perception check for the...
Yeah, you just want to look around the store?
Yeah, I just want to know kind of the layout, I guess.
Yeah.
What all is in there.
So what you would find is this is kind of a mix of a antique store, gift shop, and there's definitely like a practical camping section, and there's like a practical camping section, but there's also things that you would glean have magical value or have been from all parts of the world, have been like collected here. Think maximalist, where there's globes, there's it's very colorful but dark academia at the same time.
Okay. Cool. I'm going to...
You could probably find at least something of whatever you're looking for here. That's the vibe.
Cool. And then also, so the bracers that I had that were broken, I don't have all the pieces of them, do I?
No, you don't have the pieces.
Okay.
You just have...
I just want to double check because I can't remember.
He has the one piece. Remember, he was able to keep
one piece.
You have, like, the straps of it left and, like, a little bit of the bracelet part, but you don't have... It has no actual value.
Okay, so I'm just missing the entirety of it, essentially.
This is our guy.
Oh, sick. He looks dapper.
He looks well-educated.
Like the penguin.
looks like a nerd.
I'm gonna approach him and put the compass on the table and go, I need you to tell me what you know about this.
I see. Let's look. And so he starts looking it over, and you can see like recognition on his face. He's like, Stranger Fairy Works. Yes. One sec, I gotta get to my page.
You're all good.
198.
Shut up.
You shut up.
Shut up, shut up.
Shut.
Sure.
Close. You not see that video? That kid with the alien?
You've already asked me
I
that.
know, but it's... I like that video. So... Don't act like you don't know.
That's pretty funny. That's awesome.
She looks so scared.
Those stickers.
Okay. So here's what I know about Stranger Fairy Works. I have a few artifacts from that manufacturer, but there's another engine with this print on it. There's the well-known Ghostlight Express, but there's also a few other engines in the world, and one that is aboard the Dead Man's Riverboat. Throughout this, I already repeated that. Throughout the land, there are multiple engines, and that's what I know is that on the Dead Man's Riverboat, there is another engine that has this print on it, and the man who made it did some nasty deals, and they tend to... The engines work on souls. They don't work off of coal. That's what makes these engines so special. And as far as how this compass connects to that engine, I do not know.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
You're supposed to be a smart one. No, I'm not there. Speaking of which, is Seb out of the bakery yet?
We're gonna finish this interaction with the trading post man. However, I collect artifacts, so I'd be willing to buy it from you.
How much?
Let's see. How about you name your price? Where did you? Let's just talk about the history of this item. Where did you acquire it?
It's not your business, is it?
Suppose.
Found it.
Found it. Well, for a found item that has no history, except for the few things that I have shown with you, I could offer you 20 gold for a broken compass. That I have no way to sell a broken compass to the people of this
Can
village.
I roll for persuasion?
You can try and persuade. That is fine.
Here you go, Donny.
Rolling that 20.
You gotta get an nat
He's
20
like,
to get this.
Okay.
Here's if you wait, so Donny, you gotta blow on it like it's an NES cartridge, and then
I have a +2 on persuasion.
you should have a lot higher than that because you're a paladin. But I'm not gonna tell you how to sign your character.
20. 22.
Oh wow, he got that 20.
He did. Well, so
Never mind.
how nat 20s actually
Yeah, you
work
can't do
for me is that it's how it. So for clarification, nat 20s mean it is going to be the best outcome that you could get. However, in combat, it's an instant success.
Yeah.
However, it doesn't necessarily mean that for this. He says, you seem like a fellow who's traveled quite a bit. Would you like to come with me to my cigar room?
Yeah.
I was going to rape you.
No, not Barnaby.
He doesn't even have.
Fuck you.
So you follow him to
Made of a sack.
very it's giving like through some curtains which was behind he motions behind, so you walk around the counter and you follow him into a room that has wine, whiskey, cigars, and it's low lit and it's meant for quieter conversation. And he says, so I'll tell you that I would actually very much like this compass because anyone knows that a broken compass is almost never broken if it's made by the fairy works. It is definitely magically imbued. I have a friend who could tell us what the type of magic that this does have, but I'm very curious to study this compass and find out if it's been written about anywhere, because
Is that what you want?
it collects souls. If the engines have souls and feeds off of souls, how does this compass work? Probably off of some kind of soul of some kind. Anyway, you named your price of 200, and I would like to maybe work with you on it because there is cursed items here in this realm, and if it's in your possession, I'm not sure that I want it because it could take my soul if I pour over it. So we could work on it together. What do you think?
I'd be willing to agree to that.
Okay. So as you guys pour over this, you're going to do a D&D thing, which is called attunement, essentially. So attunement is when you spend time with an item to attune it to you, and you just, how would I explain attunement, I guess? 'Cause, you know what I mean?
I guess you could say it's like, okay, so Donny, you know when you get a new phone and you have to set like your login information and your password and stuff?
Yeah.
Just like that with a magical item.
Kind of.
Just said my information.
What's your password, Donny?
It makes it magically belong to you, and also you belong to it depending on the item, if it's a cursed or...
Oh.
Anyway, you spend an hour doing this with this man, and he's like taking a magnifying glass, and you guys are like looking over it, and he starts pulling down books.
Donny's like, why are there so many settings in this thing?
You could have just given me some gold.
He doesn't want it.
I know. And he lied to me. He said it was worthless, broken compass.
He did because
I'll
he's
buy
a
it for 20.
because he's
Oh
a man.
yeah.
I got Donny. It's the I got magic compass guy, and he says it's only worth 20.
It's the whole Rick Harrison my pawn shop thing.
Pawn stars.
You can continue.
You find that this compass is missing, so you have the needle that points to the north, but doesn't have like the other side that balances it. So you guys find that it's kind of might be the reason why it's broken, and he suggests that some of the broken pieces may be found, or clues to where you could find a way to fix it around these engines. Obviously, the Ghost Line Express is inaccessible because it's a ghost train in the sky, and I mean, that's not really quite on the table. But this Ferry Works boat, you should go check out that engine to see if there is any pieces, any strange items or clues there. And then you would find that the compass, instead of being like aimless, it tends to point in a specific direction now, depending. It's not like super... The more you hold it and look at it and like really focus on it,
More drift.
you can kind of see it starts to focus in a concentrated area on the compass. But when the Tolliver is holding it, it just spins, and he insists that it continues to be broken.
Okay, so at this point, I'm gonna basically close out this interaction with him. I'm gonna say thank you for your help.
Yeah, come back anytime if you find any other artifacts, or if you're in need of any artifacts.
You seem to be one of the smarter individuals in this town. And then
Unfortunately, it's the bane of my existence.
and then I flick him a gold coin.
He catches it and he says, I'll save it for next time.
Sounds good. And then I go out and try and, I guess, find the rest of
The growth you were following, but you
Party
didn't.
members.
We didn't
The
really.
growth is inside. It just was waiting for
looking
him
at all
to
the
be done.
artifacts.
Okay.
Sure.
You're kind of
Anyways,
sitting
now that
like-
you're out of the picture, the
Just
growth
kind of
approaches the guy and asks in a
We've had a really long interaction. I gotta close that out.
not overly
That's
blunt,
awesome.
but it's clear what I'm saying kind of way.
Okay.
If he's interested in buying some of my flesh.
I don't buy flesh. Unless it's.
What is with the people in this town?
They don't
I do
sell
buy.
flesh, they
Actually,
don't
I
buy
do.
flesh.
I do buy I buy wet specimens though. So if you have any exotic animals, in a wet specimen jar, I might be interested. Other than that, I sell wet specimens.
I feel like
I
a
got a
piece of your
wet
flesh
specimen.
would be
That's
a
what I
Is that-
call my
have
willy.
you
I feel
got a
like a piece of your
snack
skin or flesh would be a
I was
wet
like, I could
specimen.
wring out my skin and fill a jar of wet.
Wait, Grace.
Just wet?
Would the growth have any interest in snacking on a wet specimen? Technically, you can get nutrients
Yeah,
from raw
probably,
corpse.
but the growth is not. The growth is trying to make back the 5 gold that it spent
Yeah.
on the kidnapping and assassination of a civilian. But you guys don't even know that that's planned.
Yeah.
The growth is quiet about it.
As you guys
We can-
finish.
Yeah, you can. We can bounce to you, and then we gotta go to Seb.
Well, I want to go. No, I'm asking about Seb first because I'm saying like if we see Seb or not, what's going on there? So
You guys walk towards the market. You would see Seb being introduced to the bread lady's children of Violet, Lavender, and Rose. And you would see the kids circling Seb and saying, do you like making flower chains? We like making jewelry out of flowers.
Is that where you gonna flirt with these girls?
No.
No.
Seb, listen.
Seb's flirting
Okay,
with the brand.
I'm
He's
gonna
going
go-
after
no,
But I
the
mean,
middle.
we could always show you around because we know all the super secret hiding places of town. So
I need to know this about
we
Seb.
can play hide and seek.
Really quickly, sorry. About Seb, because a bunch of people keep thinking that he's like, Seb is not a pervert in any
You have
way.
to just prove it, Amber. They're gonna keep
That's the
bugging
thing.
you.
Seb would
Sex
no.
fiend.
Seb would never go up to a. No, that's the thing. Is Seb flirts with people, but he would never go up to a. He would
kid.
never go up to someone and say something like gross and perverted. He would just ask him out because he tries to get a girlfriend. But he's
Well,
not
I
like.
didn't say, are
Seb
you
isn't
going
a
to go and say
pervert, he's
something?
an incel.
I didn't say
No.
you're gonna go be gross and perverted towards those girls. I said, are you gonna flirt with them?
No, they're children.
He's
Seb
going
isn't
after
a
the
creep
mom.
either. Anyways, Seb wants to make a flower chain.
Oh, follow us! And then they grab your hands and pull you to an alleyway that has a bunch of flowers.
They're gonna kill him. It's midsummer.
And they kind of tug you down to your knees so that way you're kind of like kneeling and more on their height. And then they start putting flowers among your fedora and they start making a flower chain for your fedora.
So we saw Seb get pulled away by his kids.
They're literally just like 15 feet away, sitting in the grass.
I'm going to ask Pitch if I'm going to say, hey, you want to go hang out with Seb? He seems like a cool guy.
You would see that this is probably pretty annoying because they're literally like 7 and 8 year olds. It's kind
Pitch
of
is
boring.
going to say, I don't hang out with Seb ever since the incident.
What incident?
Pitch is gonna say, that's none of your business,
Mom.
Seb.
Pitch, Seb's not there.
I'm not there.
That's like
Pitch is
Seb's
losing
away.
his mind.
I wasn't asking as Seb. I was asking as. No, I wasn't
Pitch is
asking
gonna
as
say-
Seb. I was asking as Amber.
Okay, well then that's table talk and you gotta talk as your character.
Okay. No, my character does not say that. My character's just gonna say, nah. And my character's gonna walk over to a tree.
Over to a tree.
Okay, well the only
Is
tree in
this-
this area is the large tree you saw at the sacrifice. So you walk over to that tree.
I'm gonna walk over to that tree,
See-
and I would like to climb it.
Okay. Roll. Let me see what you got going.
Wouldn't it be acrobatics?
No, acrobatics is more like if you were flipping. You can just roll me an athletics check
What one is
to
that?
see if you can climb this tree.
What is that?
Strength. But if you scroll down, if you scroll over to your thing, it should be in the A's. It's an acrobatics, animal handling, arcana, athletics.
Oh, athletics. Okay.
I mean, I think that she'd be able to use
Oh,
acrobatics
crap.
as well.
I got a
Wouldn't she?
3.
For climbing?
Okay, well,
Oh wait, no, I rolled the wrong thing. Never mind. I accidentally rolled Arcana. Okay, I got a 10 for this.
okay.
An 11 minus 1.
You start climbing this tree. And this is a very, very large tree. I'd say the diameter of it is like the coffee table. And so you gotta like put your arms around it and you're like crawling up the bark.
That sounds about right.
It's quite a long ways till you get to a branch. You don't quite get to a branch before other people in the town square start noticing that you are climbing their tree. And they come over, like 3 people come over to the base of the tree and they say, what are you doing? Get down! This is a tree not for climbing!
My character says,
They start throwing rocks at you, so I'm gonna need you to roll another athletics check.
okay.
I think. Are you still trying to dodge?
I don't know what she has to hold on while
I got a
these rocks are being
6.
thrown. Okay. Well, you start to slip, but You manage to hold on, but you can no longer go farther up the tree. Is there anything that you're gonna try and do?
My character he'll just climb down, or they'll just climb down. It's not that big of a deal. And they don't want to be.
They'll just unload on all the townsfolk with eldritch blasts.
After you make it down, someone grabs you by the shoulders and shakes you and says, "This is the sacred tree that we do our sacrifices. What were you thinking? We don't want to upset the tree spirit."
My character will say, my character thinks these people are like out of their minds, so my character's gonna say like, "Oh, it told me it was okay," or something like that.
Are you a part of the society?
My character, yeah. Well, actually, wait. My character is gonna say, "Well, that depends what society."
The constable, which is like the sheriff of the town, walks over and says, "Hey, is there an altercation going on here? What's going on?"
My character says no.
The townspeople say, "She was climbing they were climbing the tree, and we don't want the tree spirit to get angry." And then they just say that they might be part of the society, and like we don't feel safe with them.
I am going to, having watched the whole thing from, I would have probably said but as Pitch was kind of like, hey, maybe don't do that. But as soon as the commotion starts happening and like the constable's over, I would be like, they're new in town. We're all new in town, and my friend here didn't know about the sacrifices and the tree spirit. They're new. They don't.
You can roll a persuasion check to see if you can calm down the townspeople.
Well, my character is actually gonna lean into the lie and say.
I'm not making this easy.
My character's gonna lean into the lie and say, no, really,
I'm going to say,
the tree spirits.
I got 21 persuasion, and I'm also going to say to Pitch. I'm going to say, you are new here, and you do not know what their practice is.
Did you say you rolled a 26?
21.
21.
My character still wants.
Well, 21. That's
21 plus
yeah,
things.
I
Yeah.
rolled 14.
Yeah.
My character still wants to lean into the lie.
Yeah, I rolled a 21 on the 20-sided die. I'm pretty cool.
Anyway, the constable looks at you and then looks back at Stitch and then looks at you again and Stitch looks back at Pitch and then says, "I will be telling the mayor about your guys' arrival if he does not already know. You're on thin ice." And he turns around and walks away and and looks at the townspeople, and they are not super satisfied about what just happened, but they go back to their selling stands and stuff like that.
I'm going to play a song. And just try to make merry, as it were, in such a situation. And if I get any sense, I'm going to ready myself to cast a certain spell if I get any sense that Pitch is going to continue trying to make a scene with claiming to know the tree spirits or anything.
Okay. While that's happening,
Friendly fire?
It's
I'll allow it. It's good. I'm gonna make
between PvP attacking and PvP like using suggestion to say, hey, don't cause a scene right now. Like,
Yeah, because your characters can talk to each other, so that's part of the roleplay aspect
Yeah.
of it.
It-
But
Well, I
anyway,
thought you were gonna cast a spell that like she would no longer be able to do that. Is that what you're saying?
I would cast. She'd be able to roll a saving throw, but it basically, it's not like
We're doing
a
it-
combat thing. It's more like a.
I would see that
Roleplay
as a
spell.
direct attack.
so while that's happening, Seb, the kids make you a flower crown, and then they start leading you around the edge of the square, and then they're like, and this is the constable station and the jail, and this is the stable, and this is the mayor's house is down that way, and that's the skinny tall man trading post, and we have the apothecary shop, and the schoolhouse, and the post office, and the bookstore, and there's all sorts of fun places to go cause trouble, but don't tell our mom we said that. There's a church and a clock tower, and then we never go down that road because it's haunted.
I don't want to go down that road.
Well, we're not allowed to go down that road. It's the Pydomore place.
What's the skinny tall man trading post?
I don't know. There's a skinny tall man who lives there.
Can I go there?
You can. We're gonna go back to the bread stand before our mom calls us. Bye.
Isn't that where Barnaby and I were?
That's where Barnaby just was.
Okay, so I guess we'll cross paths.
How close is that to the tree?
So wait, so I can go to the skinny? Okay, I want to go there.
You walk in, and it's the same place that I described to Barnaby with the crushed velvet curtains and the very colorful dark academia, eclectic gift shop, trading post, artifact, antique store. Do you walk in?
Yes.
Ding, 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 ding.
Skinny tall man in there?
And the skinny tall man is there. And he says, oh, welcome in, welcome in. Is there anything I can help you find that you're looking for?
No. I'll look around. Can I, wait, I don't really
We have magic items, we have rope, we have things that you could use for travels, we have all sorts of collectibles that I've found on my travels. I sell art, I sell candles, I sell anything you could think of, I probably have it, including these nuts.
Oh. What were we gonna say?
I was just gonna say if it in case.
Are we talking about this, or what are we talking about? What is her?
I was just going to say before we swap the scene entirely, I got a 19 for performance on my song to attempt to make merry within this area. And
For it's as merry as the town could be. They seem to enjoy your music.
yeah, I'm trying to make people not hate us as much. That's my intentions here.
The growth is too.
Yeah, different techniques. But that's
You seem
I just
people
thought I'd
seem to
say
be
that.
pleased with listening to your music. That's what you can gather.
Okay.
I want to buy rope. Do I
You would
have
like to buy rope?
Yes.
Well, awesome. I got lots of different kinds of rope. We have cotton rope, strong rope, spider silk rope, and we also have this rope that can mend itself after being cut. And he cuts it with scissors, and then shows you like a magic trick, and then he ties it back together, and it looks all together.
It said she was too old.
Or do they all cost the same?
No, no, no. Of course not. Of course not. Ranging in prices.
They have candy rope.
Are you just looking for like 50 feet of rope so that way you can just have it
Yes.
as an adventure? Wonderful. That'll cost you. If you want a lot of rope, it'll give 1 gold. And if it's not a lot of rope, like 50 feet, it's like a silver.
Okay, where do I see my
Or 2 silver, technically.
Isaiah, where do I see my money?
Inventory.
Is there anything else that you're looking for other than rope? Because we do have an array of traps. We have an array of... I have marbles. I have bags of baking supplies.
Wait, how do I have 100? It's okay. I have 105 gold. That can't be right.
It's not right. You have 25 gold to spend. I can fix it though.
Okay, fix it. Thank you.
Yeah, I got it. Is there anything else you're looking for?
Traps.
Traps? Well, we have traps for live animals, and then we have more like people-y traps that you could set to make alarms, or we have ones that could set off like a fog or a like a tripwire. We have a tripwire one that if you attached it to this little bottle, and he holds up this little blue bottle. When this bottle is broken, it turns into a big poof of smoke, and then it obscures all sorts of vision. It depends on kind of what you're looking for.
I want. Okay, so I want the bottle one.
Okay.
How much does it cost?
It costs 1 gold.
Okay.
26.
Okay, so I want
For the rope and for the trap, that would be 2 gold.
Yes, that's what I'll do.
Okay.
And you'll fix the money thing.
We'll mark it on your character that you have rope and 1 fog trap.
I gotta go through stuff.
Okay, while
Have
the
you guys
growth
left?
and Barnaby are walking, the growth leans over to Barnaby and says, I've taken care of our problem.
How close is the exit from the store to the tree? Would I be able to see Barnaby?
Yeah, it's very clear. Like sometimes you have to like look around some farm stands. Think of it kind of like a farmer's market situation in the middle, but you can pretty well see Barnaby and the growth.
I am going to be slightly frustrated as I walk up to Barnaby. I'm gonna say, you should probably have more tabs on the kid. You're supposed to be watching him, right?
Does it matter at this point?
Yeah, they could get hurt.
Good. Tough.
Are you gonna add that stuff to my inventory, or do you want me to?
Jackson's not gonna mention that there was trouble that happened because I don't want to get Pitch in trouble and I'm not a snitch. But I'm frustrated at.
You might have to refresh it in order to see it.
Okay, see that my money's missing. I don't see anything like that.
Okay, we'll get there.
She scammed me.
She deleted
Don't hate the
everything.
player, hate the game.
Don't hate the game, hate the player.
Don't hate the game, hate the player.
Don't game the player, play the hate.
The growth looks at you like this.
It's gonna be called Hunting Trap, but
What?
The growth can't say because now there's another
it won't let me put. Oh, customize.
The growth is trying to feel out if you would be on board with the growth's
Name,
not. The growth has a
notes.
suspicion you would be. The growth knows Jackson would not be. The growth does not tell Jackson even anything, alluding to anything.
Is there a reason
What
the
plan?
growth is preferring a human over an animal for sacrifice?
You don't know.
What's your plan?
You don't know. The growth hasn't told. None of you know.
Right.
The
Fine.
max the
Out
growth
of
has been
game.
able to
Why?
tell you. The growth has been trying to tell you, but the max the growth has been able to tell you is, I fixed our problem for it.
Okay. You should see it on your inventory now.
Okay. thanks.
What problem? Huh?
If you guys would like to have whispers as characters, you could leave if you want.
What problem?
No, the growth walks away. Jackson's the growth is not talking to you about this. Well, Jackson's
I'm going to, on that note, I'm actually going to say, I think we need to do something to make amends for what happened last night. Because even though we saved the animal, I think that was important for them. I saw a thing I saw a painting in the tavern about it.
Oh?
Yeah, they don't think they'll have good livestock this year. If that doesn't happen. We gotta get her animal.
To be honest, they seem so incompetent. I'm not sure that would help them. I don't think they're gonna.
I don't think it's actually
do
gonna.
well either way.
I don't really think it's gonna actually help much either, but I know it would put us in better standing with them.
What's your proposal for the sacrifice that they want?
I don't appreciate the unnecessary harm of animals, but it is natural for wolves to kill. So I would say just any of their natural prey.
Do you think a 15-year-old boy would be a good sacrifice?
No.
Both listens from a distance and feels a little more confidence.
I think a 15-year-old kid would be a solution, and it's in the goat.
There's no such thing.
Well, because he's making the joke that baby goats are called
making a
kids.
They're baby ones.
Yeah, it's
Goats are called baby goats are called kids.
Baby ones, but
maybe
if
it's
15 years
a
old, it's
goat
no
with a
longer
very.
baby.
Maybe this is a goat.
It
with
wouldn't
a very
be,
long
but
lifespan.
I understand the
You don't
sentiment
know the
of the
goats in Druskenvald.
This kid, if he went missing, no
My
one would miss
foot's
him.
numb.
No one would know. No one would care.
Did the
It
kid
would solve
talk
the
about
issues.
wanting to
He
go
doesn't
on
want to be
adventures?
where he is now.
That would
Objection, your character would not have any reason to say that.
be no. It's called metagaming. I'm going to say I think that would be a morally deplorable idea, especially a
Are you
kid.
guys describe to me where you guys are standing?
In the middle of a crowd, loudly in front of everybody.
I assume this is like
People are
Not
okay.
you.
Perceptive feelings is people are just like watching you because you guys are new here, and you guys did talk about human sacrifice, and that's not too weird for these people. They seem to be actually kind of interested in what you're talking about.
Thank
They're
God.
just listening. Like you
I
can
don't
tell that people
belong
are
here.
watching.
I think I'm gonna leave this town.
So in the tavern, you would recall there's actually a painting of two men. So the first scene is two men with children strapped to their backs, and then them fighting, and then one of them dies, and then and then one of them dies, and then what does that bring about? Which spirit does that appease?
Do the children die?
No, the children don't die, but the two men with children strapped to their backs, one of them, they fight to the death.
Who's Mr. and Mrs. Stamback?
Oh, there they are.
What are you doing in there?
Who's Mr. and Mrs. Stamback?
AJ and Megan.
And that is to bring about good weather.
Yeah, it is.
And good rain.
Well, I thought it'd be like childbirth or something. That's really. That's kind of.
That's what the table says.
Okay.
So,
I'm
but
going-
there's like these rituals are like not usually almost always involve death or creepy things or unsettling stuff. So human sacrifice isn't necessarily that weird.
Yeah,
There's like the honey one. In order to appease the honey spirits, a volunteer from town is covered in tar and then a swarm of bees, and then they're stung for hours. And if they survive, then the honey spirit isn't going so great. And then if they die of bee stings, then they appease the honey spirits. I'm just reading what's on the thing. That's number 7.
I am going to, after reading those things, I am not as I'm not as concerned as I would have been in my past life.
Yeah.
Because I am now more focused on where the souls end up. And from what I see, none of these seem to be rituals that target as far as what you've been told so far, that target the soul. They're all just rituals of just fleshly death.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not really concerned about that nearly as much. I'm going to say, I'm going to say, if you're dead set on doing something like that, you should find somebody who's willing, because I'm sure you could find somebody in this town that is, from what I understand about their culture.
I gotta go potty real fast.
Oh my gosh, I forgot to tell you, Grace. Today at work, some lady, I went into the bathroom after her, and it was bad. I had to plug my nose. I had to plug my nose when I went in. And then, Grace, but here's the problem. When you go into the bathroom after somebody, lays a nasty egg, when you go into the bathroom after somebody makes it smell really bad, then when you go out, the person who a coworker went in after me. I was like, crap, they're gonna be like, dang. But it was very bad. The lady was, funniest thing when I was walking in, she was smiling. She did this, Grace. It's she's waving goodbye. She's being like,
good luck.
I'm so annoyed that TikTok tells you when you view their profile.
oh, you can set it so it doesn't do that, but I actually think it makes things more interesting if I have it set to where it does.
I don't want other people to know when I'm viewing their profile.
Yeah.
For what?
TikTok. Because I view the profiles and it tells them, and they're like, oh, they want me to
Donny,
they
did
won't
you
follow
hear
me.
what I said?
About
Jaxan said, recalling the paintings and the culture of this town, begrudgingly, I will say, if you're dead set on doing something like that, I think you could at least find someone in this town that's willing.
My bad.
Seems like these kind of people, if you'd be able to find somebody rather than taking them against their will.
well, let's go find someone, I guess, that would be willing.
You walk straight to the blacksmith.
Hey,
I know somewhere you could
Can I
go.
borrow your son?
It's not even his son, right?
It's not his
just
son.
A random
It's just
kid.
it's his apprentice, but
Huh?
This is the biggest adventure.
No, but
so where are you guys walking? What are we doing here? So you finished up your conversation, I assume.
well, were you gonna respond? You just walked off.
Yeah, essentially.
You're just like, okay, whatever, sure, maybe. I don't
In
know.
what direction?
If I feel like it, and I'm just like,
But I have wavered your opinion on the human sacrifice thing, though, right?
it would be at least. Wait, you what?
Wavered your
As-
opinion on the human sacrifice.
What do you mean
And you initially thought, because before you said,
You didn't
let's
change.
not do human sacrifice.
Actually, the DM changed my mind because not necessarily changed my mind. I still think it's
I tried to correct
deplorable,
your perspective
But
of the town, so that way it was
my
accurate.
memory.
Yeah.
I remembered what I saw in the paintings and understood this is not something that's gonna change. This is just the way this town is,
Mm-hmm.
and as much as I don't like it, you could at least find someone willing rather than, 'cause I mean that's kind of their thing,
Oh,
their
I see.
culture, and I'm not here to, and the unjust deaths are not really my forte. I'm more focused on what happens to the eternal souls of them than I am what happens to their flesh.
I say, fair enough, and walk off.
And I'm going to immediately, as soon as I say that, get back to Pitch and just keep Pitch out of trouble because Barnaby's not doing that.
Okay. Seb, you make your purchase, and do you hang around to talk to the shopkeep, or do you leave?
I'll talk to him. I'll ask him.
Come here often.
I'll ask him what his favorite part of town is.
Oh, favorite part of town? I do love my friend in the apothecary shop. And I would say I really enjoy the view of the town. It's very quiet from my travels. It's been very nice to settle down here, I'd say. There is an abandoned church that is very peaceful to take a morning stroll at. And I'd say that's probably my favorite part of town. Have you visited this town before?
Not before this, no.
Not before this. Well, let me be the one to welcome you. And I like your decorum you have across your fedora.
Thank you.
Very good.
I also, because I'm randomly talking in my head, I would probably recall that my last time in this town was to perform last rites for a bunch of bodies that looked like they might have foregone some of those things in the paintings, I assume, maybe.
Sure, we can say that.
Yeah, and then
That's
I would realize, I would have that moment of realization, and I'd just be like, oh man, and then that would things would continue.
Okay. Are you here to, I would say, are you an adventurer for hire?
No.
Adventure for beggars.
No? Well, if you're just a traveler, do you collect anything?
Anything that I can get my hands on.
Really? Well, I have a collection to show you. And he says, you seem like somebody who might be interested in, these. And there's like, animal head trophies and stuff like that. He's like, you seem like a predator of sorts. You know, a hunter, if you will. And, these trophies, look very good up on the wall, as you can see, and they kind of bring good luck. If you were ever interested in them, or wanted to see a very good hunter of the world, you go up to the Pydamore's place, and what is the name of that? Philip and Adela are staying with Joseph Petrini, and he happens to be a very good hunter, or at least is in possession of a hunter's trophy room. Kind of like this one, except for his is much more grand than mine.
I want to see it.
You want to see it? Well, I would let them know that you're coming first, but there is a lady, and she performs seances, and you could probably even talk to this Joseph Petrini. It might be interesting. I won't spoil it for you. She's quite interesting.
Okay.
And you kind of leave with it. He kind of shuffles you after showing you the trophies. He like kind of shuffles you out the door, and oh, and her name is Petunia. So when you go, ask for Petunia when you go up to the Pydamore's place.
Okay, I want to go now.
So you walk that way, and then the children come to stop you because it's the road that they told you that they don't go on. They're like, you can't go alone! You can't go alone!
I don't listen.
You don't listen?
Seb dies.
You continue to walk by yourself!
Alright.
Did you not hear the song for Crooked Moon where it says, pray that you aren't found alone?
Anyway, you continue walking, and this is where I can kill you. No, not really.
Against what?
You come across the same man who the growth was talking to. This guy. He stops you. Oh, he doesn't stop you. He just walks next to you.
He says,
That's
"Don't go in the
worse,
tall
by the
grass."
way.
Don't go in
He
the tall
starts
grass.
walking next to you, and he's like, "I'm the groundskeeper here of Pydamore's place, and let's see." There are, he leans closer, he's like, there are supernatural things up that way, and I really would not recommend going alone. However, if you do, I could accompany you if you wanted.
I want.
He's gonna die. He's a pervert, or he's gonna die. One or two. It's one of those two, or it's both.
Yes.
He's a pervert. He's gonna die.
Okay. I want.
You get like a shifty point of view. This guy's kind of shifty and weird, but he seems to be off his rocker a little.
I do have to ask. Can Seb die at this point?
Absolutely.
Yeah. At any point in
You're
time,
reincarnate.
you guys can die. Your characters can die. You would have like
You just have to create a new character.
pretty
Oh
much.
my-
Yeah, you
And I would
can
have to do
die.
so
You
much
can get
more
hurt.
artwork.
You can get separated
not
from the
artwork, I'd have to do
group.
so much
It's
more.
like walk like sandbox games like in Minecraft. You can go into a cave on your own, or you can bring torches with you. That
Okay.
kind of concept.
What
of,
I want to do is go back to the town and kind of go up to all the people who are in our group. So
How would you go up to? We're all
Okay,
scattered.
so we're
I know,
gonna
so-
role play this out, and so as you decide, you're like, oh shoot, maybe I don't want to go alone. He says, I saw you had some friends with you, but I could show you Petunia later. Meet me back here. Maybe.
Is this guy smart enough to not give any indication that we have met before if he sees me with
No, but kind of like everybody knows, you guys are the new people who fucked up the thing. They kind of know you guys are kind of together, but you guys haven't. They know you stayed at the same tavern, but no, he would not give any indication to Seb of what happened.
or anyone.
Of anyone.
Because if he sees me again, it's not gonna.
He's not gonna say. He's not gonna do any sort of. He's not gonna do any sort of like casual thing. No, this guy
I was
enjoys.
the worst hitman of
No, this guy for five gold. He is keeping his lips sealed. He wants more money from you, probably.
Remember the package you ordered? What package?
And it's
Oh, you know, the dead children.
Well, you can meet me back here when you're ready.
Okay. Well, Seb wants to go, and I know everyone's in different places, but we know
You
where.
could go gather
So I want
everybody.
to kind of go. I want to go around, or if people don't want to leave where they're, I just want to go to each person and ask if they would go with me. So
Pitch
then
and
you
I
guys
still
have to
next to the
decide.
center of town
You guys
at a
have
tree.
to decide if we'll go with me.
We'll go.
So Barnaby's going.
The growth goes wherever Seb goes. Unless Seb bores it, and then it leaves.
If Pitch isn't paying attention, then Jaxan would try to do the thing that you do with teenagers who are like on their phone. You kind of just like guide them in the direction, you know.
Okay. Pitch, do you
That's what
respond?
Allie's
Do you
on the
care?
phone right now.
Do you follow the group?
Do I follow the group?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, why wouldn't I?
Beautiful. You follow the group.
Okay, and then we are together again.
You are together again, and as you
Except
walk
for one of us
down,
is
you're
not
so you guys are kind of now walking together, and you can see that these are definitely like abandoned houses. These were houses that some have been burnt down, some of them have been boarded up. There really is no fresh footprints here. There seems to be just like, instead of things that are growing, things that are dead. And
Also, I'm going to continue be looking for any traces of if Willow went this direction or not.
The children catch up with Seb, and they're like, "We do have a song to sing you. It's about where you're going, though."
This
and
is
so
very midsummer.
And so they have a song where all the three children join hands, and they say, "The crooked man who lived in the crooked house. There were two crooked children and a crooked spouse. He brought the crooked axe and he brought a crooked smile, and all the bodies stacked up in a crooked bloody pile." And then they fall down like Ring Around the Rosie. And they said, "Do you want to sing it with us next time?" And then they hear, "Violet, lavender, rose, get back here." Anyway, the children say, "Anyway, we'll see you later, Seb," and they run.
I get the feeling
And that's
there's something going on up with that, please.
and that's kind of where we leave off for tonight, though.
Hey, Grace doesn't feel very good, Donny.
Yeah.
Seems like that.
You know what she also couldn't use though tomorrow? You should buy her a crave cookie.
No, that's just sugar.
Well, it would be delicious. Come on, I'm trying to help you out.
So
Donnie
we will come back.
To get sugar. He's like Dad. You just
Yeah.
you breathe in a way that would suggest ice cream, and Dad's like, "Fine, we'll get it."
I'm.
What?
Alright, I'll pray out the session this time.
Okay, sounds good.
Dear God, thank you for our creativity. Thank you for us being able to enjoy each other's company. Thank you for everything you've done for us. And we love you in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
Um,